Good evening. I'm Kathleen Barkley.
And I'm David Bacon. Thank you for joining us. The basketball teams at Abilene Christian University are both advancing to play in the NCAA tournament. Their successful weekend, our top story tonight. This morning's chapel at Moody Coliseum, a sea of purple as the men and women return to classes following spring break. Students certainly excited to watch the men take on the Blue Blood school, Kentucky.
Now, we've learned the women will be facing #1 ranked Baylor in Waco on Saturday. Now, this is more than just a victory on the court. For these ACU students, this is a victory for the whole school.
This is really excellent for bringing us all together so we can, come to the watch parties. We can watch our guys that we love, we're friends with them, and we just get to see them do what they love to do, to play basketball.
So a lot of people think that it's just a Christian college. I mean, it is just a Christian college, but it's just not about the sports. You will hear the word of God, what He's telling you to hear and everything. So it's a very special school to go to.
Now, ACU will be hosting a community-wide watch party. Everyone is invited to watch the game Thursday at Moody Coliseum. Doors open at 5:30, and our BCH sports team will be covering the game for you right here on KRBC. And we'll get to more local news in 60 seconds. First, here's Dylan with your first check of the forecast.
Thanks, Kathleen. Today was another beautiful day here in the Big Country with the spring actually right around the corner. It starts on Wednesday, and luckily no major crazy start to the start of spring as we are looking at a very calm, quiet weather pattern for the next 4 to almost 5 days, give or take. Some cloud cover moving into the west, but mostly upper level clouds. It's a beautiful evening so far and will continue to be. Still up at 70 in Breckenridge, most of us in the mid to upper 60s. Very pleasant outside. Winds behaved nicely today, and they will tomorrow as well, but be a little bit breezier, upwards of about 20-mile-an-hour gusts by the afternoon. Temperatures tomorrow morning still pretty chilly in the low 40s, so make sure you grab a jacket by the afternoon. We're heading back for near 60 or 70 degrees actually, so beautiful day again tomorrow. David?
Okay, thank you very much, Dylan. Turning to your crime news, an Abilene man on trial for capital murder. Michael Schubert is accused of stabbing and killing his ex-girlfriend's mother, Deborah Helgerson. Helgerson was found stabbed to death inside a home in the 700 block of Chaparral Circle. That was back in October of 2016. Schubert is being held in the Taylor County Jail on bonds totaling more than $800,000 for the murder charge. Back to cameras, we'll see now that Schubert has been indicted on a murder charge in the past in connection to a double shooting that happened in Howard County in 1999. And also, a masseur accused of sexually assaulting a woman at the Mall of Abilene is finally on trial for that crime. Jury selection began this morning for Jingbu Zhu, who was originally arrested in 2013. But he was released from jail after posting bond and never appeared for any subsequent court dates. He will finally stand trial 6 years later. A woman claims she was getting massaged when Zhu allegedly began rubbing her under her clothing, then sexually assaulted her.
And staying with crime news, a Sweetwater man is arrested after making terroristic threats outside of 2 churches on Sunday morning. Both Trinity Baptist and Emmanuel Fellowship churches reporting a man yelling at churchgoers saying he would kill all of them during those Sunday school sessions. Jimmy Farquhar arrested and booked into the Nolan County Jail on terroristic threats. 3 knives were recovered, including 1 machete during his arrest. Sweetwater Chief of Police Brian Frieda tells us that it's crucial not only right after a significant event like the New Zealand massacre that we always remain aware of our surroundings.
We need to be aware of our surroundings when you're in these facilities, be it churches, schools, movie theaters, government buildings. No make any difference where you're at.
And Chief Frieda also tells us that the suspect was apprehended right at the corner of a church right across from Sweetwater High School just as their services were ending on Sunday.
An Abilene teenager has been arrested for allegedly shooting a victim in the head during a drive-by shooting near Cobb Park. Now, this is a story we reported last Thursday. 18-year-old Matthew Canyabitabo was arrested on Friday for aggravated assault. Detectives were able to identify him as Big Homie through social media and witness confirmation through a photograph lineup. As we continue with this story, court documents state that after leaving Cobb Park, the victim stopped at a home in the 800 block of Forest Avenue where a random vehicle pulled up and opened fire on the victim. Canyabitabo remains jailed on bonds totaling more than $150,000. For more updates on all these crime stories, go to bigcountryhomepage.com.
Well, gas fires in Deer Park, Texas are apparently impacting all of us at the gas pump. Analysts at TexasGasBuddy.com report commodity traders are responding to those big fires by raising wholesale prices, making prices prices higher at the pumps. The average price has climbed by almost 7 cents per gallon last week. The state average now sitting at $2.31 per gallon. Abilene stations rising even higher than that state average.
Getting to more local news tonight, Dr. Corey Hines has been named the new president at Howard Payne University in Brownwood. Dr. Hines will assume his new duties at Howard Payne on April 1st. Dr. Hines returns to his alma mater as the 20th president in the history of the university. 1997 graduate of HPU, Dr. Hines most recently has served as the vice president of enrollment at Dallas Baptist University. Today's announcement is the culmination of a process that began following the retirement of Dr. Bill Ellis as president and his transition to the role of chancellor. Now for news from Coleman County. The Coleman County Medical Center District will receive a loan of $13.6 million to upgrade the hospital. That loan is from the USDA to improve community facilities and essential services in rural communities in Texas. The funds will be used to renovate the cardiac rehab, physical therapy, and emergency departments. In a news release, the USDA said it was pleased to assist the Coleman County Medical District.
Well, a veteran hero turned student, making an impact in his family as well as with his peers. After spending 4 years in the Marine Corps, Roy Banda is bringing discipline from the battlefield into the classroom, pursuing a degree in diesel equipment technology. He makes it to TSTC in Sweetwater every day, making the trek all the way from Brownwood. Now, Banda says he will be graduating this December. Now, he started diesel technician school this past August.
It's a great field. There's very vast opportunities. It's never too late to pursue your career. I was working at a factory for 6 years, and I decided I just wanted something different.
He's married, and he's fostering a whole house full of children. And for somebody to take on that sort of a responsibility, fostering kids, it's one thing to have your own, but it's another thing to go out and look for kids who need a home.
Yeah, you heard that right. Banda, also a father of 6 children, 5 of them being foster kids.
One local Abilene firefighter getting the opportunity to participate in the America Ninja Warrior competition. Now, he decided to apply one night when he was in the hospital with his son. Excited for the opportunity, but wanting to use the chance to spread awareness about cystic fibrosis, which all 3 of his sons have.
My oldest son, he's 5 years old. He, when we told him, it really kind of made it even more real how excited he was. So that'll be a really exciting thing for me to be able to be on the course and look to the sideline and see him and how excited he is.
And Hot will compete on April 12th up in Oklahoma City.
And after conquering cancer, a little boy received the surprise of a lifetime at Dyess Air Force Base today. Colton Smothers was diagnosed with Burkitt lymphoma in March of 2018. His father is a staff sergeant in the Air Force and was deployed to Honduras at the time. But as soon as he found out of this serious diagnosis, he flew back to the States to be there for his son. Now, 1 year later, Colton is in remission, and the Make-A-Wish Foundation, along with his father's squadron, came out to the flight line and surprised Colton with tickets to Disney World.
He's like a little firecracker. You would never guess that, that he had to fight for a long time. I mean, because he's just always 1,000 miles per hour the whole time, and you could see it today. But as soon as those Disney characters popped up, I think it kind of hit him. He was like, "Whoa!" So it was really cool.
Awesome. I love that. Well, Colton and his family leave Wednesday for Disney World. We wish them the best time. Coming up on your local news, global leadership and relationships with Texas trading partners discussed today in Austin. A recap of that when we come back.
And we're looking at a